for Madagascar, ladies and gentlemen. Madagascar, head coach, Audencia Mamihasina.
Sizo. Well, it's the second match of the day, Malawi versus Madagascar, all taking place at this iconic stadium that is named after a man who is loved dearly by South Africans, the Nelson Mandela University Athletics Stadium. It's a Group B match. It's the second one for Malawi, the second one for Madagascar. Malawi come into this one following a draw, whereas Madagascar high in confidence as they beat their fellow opponents. This is the change room of Malawi. They've made a few changes to their starting 11. Tom has been roped in and will be wearing the captain's armband. Coming in all the way from TP Mazembe, arrived actually on the day that they drew with Botswana. As you know, Malawi is a place that is known for its warmth, the friendly people, and that's what Coach Lovemore is going to be. Trust and believe the Malawi squad, filled with so much energy, lively bodies, but also a warm, warm spirit. They're defending champions. They want to make sure that by the time they go back home, they'll still have that trophy within their arms. But it is Madagascar who will be their opponents today. And it is this team that wants to create history for themselves. As you know, that Madagascar in the first game, as I've mentioned, secured that victory. And they want to make sure that they build onto that momentum. The two sides have met previously. This was in the year 2022. This is when they played it out to a 2-all draw at this very location, actually. Can they do the same today? Or will there be one side that's on the winning side and another team on the losing side? We have no idea. We'll have to wait and see.
So they're coming from winning against Mauritians, so we are not taking any opportunities whereby we take this game as a simple game. No, we have to fight and fight to win. That's what we are looking for. Our friends, at least, they have tested a win, but we are the ones who are also supposed to test a win. So we are really available. We are really eager to play and win today's match.
Let's talk about the approach that you'll be taking within this match.
No, the approach will be quite different because, as I said last time, that we have to count on how many goals we're scoring. So we have to score more goals, not a single digit goals, but we have to go and score more goals. That is all. And as from our preparation from training, I think we have agreed with players that at least we must score maximum of 5 goals. I know in football you can plan at the training, but whatever is happening in the pitch, in the final game, I think it's different. But I'm very, very confident that these players are going to deliver.
Well, Coach, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Coach, you go up against Malawi. You've played them in the past in this competition. How motivated is your players coming in from the victory that you had early in the week?
Donc tu joues contre le Malawi, tu as déjà rencontré cette équipe l'année dernière. Vous avez débuté par une victoire. Est-ce que tes joueurs sont motivés pour ce match d'aujourd'hui?
Oui, merci beaucoup. Notre match aujourd'hui, c'est un bon match parce que mon équipe est déjà prête. Donc, à la fin, à la fin du sifflet, donc on verra alors.
Okay, yes, it will be a very tough game today. My team is ready. Our players knows how to do today. They already know how to do what to do. Sorry, and yeah, we're ready. We will only wait for after the game, and we will see what will happen.
5 goals in that first game. What is the goal for this game? Is there a specific number of goals that you want to score?
Donc tu as gagné 5 buts à 0 au premier match. Est-ce qu'aujourd'hui aussi tu mises sur une loge victoire?
Ben, on espère qu'on va gagner, là. Mais pas encore, c'est le score.
Okay, I haven't planned any scores, but I'm only targeting the win today. Yeah.
Let's talk about the starting 11.
Et il y a des changements par rapport à ton 11 qui avait débuté contre Maurice? Quels sont ces changements?
Non, aucun changement. Ben, à propos des tactiques, donc il y en a des changements.
Okay, so we the same team which beat Mauritius, but we have a different tactic this time.
That tactic, coach, is it somewhat centered around Tom, knowing that Malawi actually flew in a player to come and slot into their starting 11?
Donc, est-ce que tu as justement changé cette tactique parce que tu affrontes le Malawi ou bien tu as un peu peur? Pourquoi est-ce que tu as changé cette tactique?
Oui, mais moi, ne pas peur. Mais d'après qu'on a vu que le Malawi est physiquement forte, donc comment on va contrer cette stratégie de Malawi?
Okay, it's very normal because we know that Malawi is a very big team, a good team, very physical team. We saw their first game. It was a very nice game. So we have to adapt according to our rival. So that's why we will employ a different strategy today. Yeah.
Well, coach, all the best.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Merci.
Let's welcome the national teams of Malawi and Madagascar. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Malawi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Madagascar.
A very good afternoon and welcome to our second match of the day, as Madagascar's lineup on your screen just informs us that they're going out very defensively with a 5-4-1 formation. We will share the lineup for you in a moment or so. Madagascar in the green uniform and the white shorts. They are up against the defending champions. That is Malawi, who are in the red uniform, a bit of green trimmings. It is that time, a time to really relish women's football. And let's see, after 90 minutes, how does Group B look? The lineup for the Scorchers, it is Mary Sikelo, Faith Chinzimu, Pilirani Malora, Patricia Nyirenda, and Asimenya Simwaka. The captain, Sabrina Tom. We are waiting for the referee who can get this match started. It is Coach Joyce Tsepe of Botswana, and her assistant referee is Lumbitai Musawa of Zambia, and as well as Twang from Botswana. The fourth official is Gimo Grace of Zimbabwe. Malawi attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen, but it is Madagascar in the green and white. Left. Beautiful conditions out here, conducive for a fantastic game, frantic pace, and both coaches. We're talking of Coach Lovemore Fazili, who says this is a must-win. This is a game in which Sabrina Tom has been flown in, arriving on Wednesday to change the complexion of the situation that they find themselves in. 1 point in Group B, and playing a draw in the previous match. And that was a 1-1 against Botswana, who earlier on in the day got the better of a team that has come into the tournament and struggled. That is 5-0 scoreline against Mauritius. Alongside me in the commentary booth is Dane Clayton, and he will give us his expert analysis. This match, definitely one that is expected to give us a lot of goals, but also one that will guide us to shape the group.
Yeah, definitely. The game before this, obviously, Botswana beating Mauritius 5-0 and opening up the group. Botswana's top of the group now, so it's a must-win game for both of these teams. And of course, the former champions, Malawi, the current champions, actually, Malawi will be looking, obviously, to secure a victory over here after drawing their first match against Botswana.
Talking about drawing the first match, Madagascar, on the other hand, oozing with confidence, having demolished the opponents by 5 goals to 1. But before we just share the goal scorers, let's have a look at this moment as Faith Chinzumu, the Ascent Academy player who is given the responsibility to take the set pieces. She's waiting for the referee to give her the go ahead. That's Faith Chinzumu for Ascent Academy. She's very much an attacking player in the national team because of her height. Is used as a defensive player. Ball in the box. Still bobbling and hacked away by Madagascar. We're looking at the players of Madagascar and the names on the jersey, shortened version of what the real names are. We have Diana in goal, you've got Anjar Samoa, you've got Fabiola, Veronique, Sylvia, Christina, Nia Canto, Edoxy, Genevieve, Jocelyn and Sarah. Just one change that was made by the coach of Madagascar, bringing in Genevieve, and Julie is the player that was substituted. Julie being the player who played in the midfield, so all change. That just bold for a coach that is looking for a win.
Yeah, I think for both coaches as well, but for Madagascar, playing with 5 at the back, obviously, I think they have identified that Malawi, they're a threat to them. You know, that's hence they're going with 5 at the back, probably similar to what Mauritius did try and do against Botswana. So we'll see Madagascar obviously trying to go with a low and a medium block for most of the game.
Definitely a low and a medium block, but possibly also inviting trouble for Malawi, coming in all attack. 4-3-3 in the first game. They played 5 players in the midfield using a 4-5-1 formation, and that shot comfortably into the hands of Sekelo. So very different and contrasting formations for coach of Lovemore Fazila. A little bit different. He's got the confidence in the players that he wants, that he's definitely going out for an all-out attack. Chinyamula will be operating on the left-hand side, Simwaka on the right-hand side, and Sabina Tom up front will be asking the goalkeeper to pay attention. We get an early yellow card for Christina in these opening 5 or 10 minutes for a footer.
I think she had an idea of the opponent coming on. You know, I think she had her eyes firmly on the ball in that occasion, and I'm unlucky to get a yellow card.
4 changes made by coach Lovemore Fazila. Sabina Tom gets into the starting lineup, just arriving on Wednesday. Also, Maureen is another one of those. It's played short out, looking for Maureen, a very nippy player is Maureen Kenneth. The other change is Catherine Kachala. She's also one of those that coaches decided to bring into the lineup. And Rose Alufambika is another one of those players. So 4 changes made by the Scorchers for this particular match. Ball in the air is a fake. And an offside, playing in a little bit of an advanced position is Faith Chinzumu, the panther of Malawi football, very lanky and glides into a stride, the ability to knock the ball. This is players that you need that are absolutely tactically flexible and also being able to move in and play in different positions.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's 2 teams that's probably a little bit higher level in terms of tactically. So I think tactics in essence in the modern day, you know, you got to adapt and you got to find solutions to problems. Sometimes the players need to coach themselves as well to win the match.
Alifundika. It's a throw in. Anja Soa. But well looked after and hacked away from the defensive half of Malawi. Ali Fundika, the player, just making sure that all is well. Talking of all is well, looking at the weather conditions at the bottom right of your picture, we're talking of a wind of 32 kilometers. It can pick up, it can drop. Importantly it's at 22 degrees out there, so a paradise for football, and we hope that the wind will stay away. They call this part of the Windy City, and that is the opening goal as the goalkeeper comes out. Asimenya Simwaka as the player that was very much in the thick of things in the first match. She's back in the second match and making sure that she draws first blood. Asimenya Simwaka.
Yeah, well taken goal, right through the middle of Madagascar. Obviously a mistake from the defender over there, allowing them in, and a fantastic finish. You know, it's interesting to see the attitudes of the Malawian players immediately when they score. They're willing to get the ball immediately to go again.
Well, this is presence of mind. Keeper came out to narrow the angle, but Simwaka decides she'll use the left foot to just clip that ball and drop it over the goalkeeper. What a way to get started. The defending champions have opened the handbag and they've started throwing out the gifts, and this being one of them. Simwaka getting onto the score sheet. On the back foot is the Madagascar. Very unsettling to concede early in the opening 10 minutes. Affects the rhythm, affects the intention.
The same token, it also helps Malawi in getting a bit of rhythm and going for more goals. Like I said, the attitudes after they score, they want the ball back immediately.
Absolutely. As Rose Alufundika wins it back for Malawi. The Scorchers. Anjara Sowa, she's going to have work cut out. Bernadetta Kandawire. Malawi will open up this pitch. Keeper's got to be quick off the line. Diana in the purple uniform will be looking up front to see if anyone is on the receiving end, trying to get a lot of range. Close down in the midfield. Malora, player just making sure she is the disruptor in the midfield. Players like Sylvia and Christina will have to dig very deep in these early stages for Madagascar to try and pull one back, get onto level terms. But here's the trouble, the pace of Malawi. Keeper's gonna have to be quick off a line and maybe even play as a keeper sweeper.
Yeah, I think it's clear the Malawi's tactics, and obviously Madagascar has to be careful of keeping a high line and a flat line. You know, I think it's like
way back. Fabiola, captain of Madagascar, still a little bit congested in the midfield. Madagascar struggling. Here's the goal scorer. Simwaka needs a good delivery. She has the numbers, but keeper was alert and plucked it from here. Here's Madagascar looking to release Fabiola, but keeper on the other end. Sikela does well. Keeper who was part of the 2023 COSAFA tournament. Kept one clean sheet, and that was against Malawi. This is what we want to see. Diana making sure that she helps out defensively, because there's definitely a concern as Malawi attackers are using and turning on the heat, using their pace. The race is on, but keeper was quick to react.
Yeah, the back four but unorganized there. The two left behind and the other three ahead of them. So just a little bit of organization to sort out there for Madagascar amongst themselves, and just to make sure that they keep the line intact.
Genevieve.
Malawi certainly started the game on the front foot, and it's continuing that way. They're spending a lot of time in the half of Madagascar, and I think it's only a matter of time before we see them creating more chances.
Madagascar just at this moment are struggling to get out of their half. Malawi pressing high. Bounce of the ball, quite deceiving as Sabrina Tom is putting on the pressure. She's staying very much on the last man in the line, and that is what you want to see from a striker, just making sure that she makes herself a nuisance in that final third. A Simwaka delivery, but it's slightly overcooked. Letitia Chinyamula will give it chase, whipped back into the kitchen. As they say, it's pretty hot out there, and Malawi are just not allowing Madagascar to breathe, guilty of giving away possession. The recovery rate of Madagascar proving to be a problem, drawing them out of their half, and then it's that long ball that is whipped over. We've got the opportunity to have a look at Madagascar in the warm-ups, practicing those long balls and looking at perhaps a quick transition game when they get the opportunity, or counter-attack in moments when they possibly can. Sara does well to win the ball back. Sara was an absolute nightmare in the previous match played, and she managed to get a brace. That is Sara scoring in the 17th and the 36th minute. Absolutely menacing.
I think unlike against Mauritius, he'll have a work cut out today against the physicality of the Malawian defenders.
Mauritius definitely were on the receive. Playing it back, and safety first being applied. Genevieve apologizes to her teammates, but allowing the members to just come back into position. Strong on her feet is Chinzimu, and that connection wasn't proper from Catherine Kachala.
Yeah, Malawi really exploiting on the left-hand side of Madagascar, and trying to get as many balls into the box as possible. Every time the ball comes in there again, once again, you know, didn't connect properly with it. Wrong footing the keeper, you know, anything on target there could have caused problems for Madagascar.
Diana intercepted by Simwaka. Keeper comes out. Important for her to get two fists as Nikanto helps it on forward. Nikanto of Madagascar. Very businesslike flight of the ball. Nicely controlled. Genevieve tidies up for Madagascar. Ball, the danger still in it. Keeper has asked questions, but could have been beaten in that ball as it tipped a little bit furthest away from everybody.
The keeper was a bit caught unawares over there. You know, just in the end, looked like she had it well covered though.
This is the earlier attempt as the keeper comes out. She's really being the busier of the two keepers here in these opening stanzas. 15 minutes on the clock. Malawi have started with the right foot forward. It was quite a scorcher from Asimenya Simwaka. Throw in Maureen Kenneth. Ball on the edge of the box. Still trying to navigate their way out. Well, one cannot congratulate, that is Miss Temwa, who is really rewriting the history books, scoring her 19th goal in the league and making sure that her team wins the championship. That is Temwa Chawinga, definitely one of those players that has continued to hold the flag of Malawi and hoist it amongst the best players in the world. Temwa, who has an avalanche of goals, has scored 22 goals in all the competitions that she's played in for her new club. That is for Casey, and that's resulting in a new record for the NWSL. So Temwa Chawinga is writing a name in the history books. This is a woman who scored 9 goals in the COSAFA tournament of 2023. She's not present, but it looks like Sabrina Tom, the player that is picking up from where she has left off, carrying heavy responsibility on her shoulders. She's just really gone to sort out the paperwork with the TP Mazembe, that is Sabrina Tom, hence joining the team a little bit later than the others, arriving in South Africa on Wednesday and doing enough to get a nod into the lineup. That is Sabrina Tom. Well, as it stands in this group, you will find that Malawi have 4 points. Botswana does have 4 points, but on a better goal difference, it is Botswana that will sit on top of Group B, should the scoreline remain as is. Madagascar with 3 points and Mauritius with 0 points, having conceded 10 goals already in this group.
Yeah, not only will Malawi have the aim on 3 points, they'll also have an eye on the goal difference as well, as Botswana already has 5 goals for them, so they'll be looking to get as close as they can to that level, bearing in mind that Madagascar is also scored 5 against Mauritius.
Oh, Sam Kerr and Temwa Chawinga fighting for supremacy in the NWSL, but it is our goal. We will claim her. She's ours. She's African, and she's definitely being brilliant and showing what she can do on the other side. Rachel Kundananji, Barbara Banda, those are some of the players that have graced this very same tournament that we are hosting. So big up to COSAFA for these gems and these finds and keeping the ladies busy.
I was just looking off screen on which
they have a women's side and are so intentional, looking after the ladies. 2 corners so far for Malawi. Sabrina Tom having packed her bag, ball in the air, keeper gets a good hand to it. Fortunately enough, that just was so important. And scoring tournament. They've just been in camp for 6 days. not that many friendlies, putting together a team that is slightly different from that of the past, but also looking at some of the experience that they have. You can see the conveyor belt working players that have come from under 17. Those players under 17, more under 17, just all of those players under 17 they are being nurtured and promoted.
Yeah, just talking about under 17, it reminds me of when I was in under 17 national team playing against Malawi in the COSAFA Cup as well in 2001, and we actually lost that match 3-0 against Malawi away from home. We spent 2 weeks in Malawi. It was a really a gruesome 2 weeks for us, but as young as I was at that particular age, 16 years old, I learned so much. That helped me. Yeah, that helped me in the later stages of my career. And you're speaking about the conveyor belt, and that's where it all starts.
Yeah, the development. Mamunji, Sylvia. This is the goal of Simwaka. And high fives from the bench.
That's just what the doctor ordered for Malawi. You know, they were looking for that early goal, and they clearly got it. You know, and from there on in, they're dominating the ball and dominating possession.
Malawi, patient they are in the build-up. Maureen, full of running. Doesn't she look like N'Golo Kante? Except for the fact that she's in the left back position, but such energy that she has. She'll be running riot on the side as the right-hand side of Malawi in defense. Patricia Nyirenda, good control. And Simwaka, very busy.
I think Madagascar has done really well to contain Malawi. I think they figured out that Malawi is trying to make runs in behind them, and that defensive line has dropped a little deeper back as to not allow the Malawian space in behind.
So 23 minutes and 1-0 the scoreline.
You just see the behavior of the Madagascar defenders. You know, they're very wary of the run of Tom, and the ball that's more than likely going to come over the top, and you can see they've really nullified the space in behind, and with the goalkeeper ready to come off a line as well.
Sabrina Tom, who's been in the national team for almost 7-8 years, so quite an abundance of experience. Also played for Didi Sunshine, which has had a name change. Didi Sunshine now is effectively known as Silver Strikers, ladies. Her football at some point playing alongside Temwa, and that was in Sweden way back in the 2015-2016 season, Sabrina Tom, but she decided she's going to come back home and play a season at home for MDF Lioness. So Sabrina Tom, who is a soldier, she's definitely going to say to the goalkeeper, attention, attention. Discipline will definitely be high on the map for a player of her caliber. Corner. 25 minutes on the clock. Malawi 1. Madagascar, no. Catherine Kachala, disappointed with a number of the players having gone up to get the quality like Nyirenda, using her height, went up, was hoping that that ball will be delivered in the right spot and she could pounce on that. Towering player is Nyirenda. Patricia Nyirenda. Wetson Nyirenda. I wonder if Simwaka's got to, Semenya Simwaka, if she's got to run 100 meters, I wonder how many seconds is that? She seems to be a player that has really got the pace of tearing down defenders, ball in the box.
I think that's one of her strengths, is the speed. You know, the game always needs speed, especially in the attacking areas. So again, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see over the course of 90 minutes how effectively she uses the speed.
Is Love Mufazili, a former coach of the men's team in Silver Strikers, and he's been given the responsibility to steer the Flames, the men's Flames as well, was the assistant coach there, and carrying a CAF A license. His expectation of his players is to keep the ball on the ground and knock it about.
Just an interesting observation I made. Every time Madagascar takes a goal kick, one of the defenders kicks the ball and the rest of the defenders have pushed up quite high towards the center circle line. And I'm just they must just be very careful when that ball comes from the goal kick in the distance. It can come right back in, and the player that's left behind could potentially play the Toms onside. If Tom maybe comes and stands at the box, you know, just to control that whole scenario over there, it could be an opportunity for Malawi to obviously pounce and score another goal in that fashion. But at the same time, Madagascar have to be careful.
Well, we have got a few supporters and a few people who have come into the stadium to witness the scorchers getting by, and Madagascar trying to create an upset.
Yeah, it will be a nice thing for the students. I know they're busy studying, just for a little break to come out for 90 minutes and just watch a little bit of football.
Anjara Soa launches another one of those long balls. Kachala's available, so is Chinyamula. Sara. And an offside given. Patricia Nyirenda is also another of those players that is a soldier, playing her football for FCB Nyasa Big Bullets back in 2021. Benedetta Kandawiri also playing for Nyasa Big Bullets. So Big Bullets contributing immensely. But the future is bright with the players from Ascent Academy, and the keeper goes down. You're also looking at Catherine Kachala going down as well and holding her arm. A clash of the two players. In that moment, you can see Fabiola asking the referee. She was in full control of the match, but the momentum of Catherine Kachala just driving her through. I don't think it was an intentional for her to run right through the keeper.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's worthy of a yellow card even. I think it's just two players clashing, and that's part of the game, I guess. And hopefully no caution is issued, because it was an honest mistake from both players, I would say.
Momentum definitely carrying her through, and the keeper there making a real meal of the challenge. At both sides, they're asking for help. You can see that they are frantic. Goalkeeper still flat on her back. The stretcher is ready to come on if needed. One would have a look at the earlier injury. She went in and down she went. That's the goalkeeper. Looked like there was much to report in that particular moment, but the keeper's definitely in distress, surrounded by her teammates. This is when you need your bench. And looking at Anastasia, she's ready. This, she controlled, she got hold of that, and then it's a clash with Catherine Kachala. Oh, the pitch is absolutely a marvel to play on, Clayton.
Yeah, fantastic work by the groundsman again at the Nelson Mandela Bay University. I think the pitch is in immaculate condition at the moment.
Are you sure you're on boots?
No, I'm pretty content. I think I might have found my next best thing and sitting next to you here in the commentary box. No, I'm pretty content with my career. I think I've done well, and I think it's time for.
Yeah.
I always said when I retired, it's time for the transition and seeing where exactly what I want to do. Of course, the coaching is always going to be there, and a little bit of studies here and there. But for the most part, I think the coaching is really a passion of mine. I mean, sitting in this box with you, in the commentary box with you, and dissecting the game is that's up my alley.
There we go. Plate. Well, some of them will remember the name Matatazel. Very much inspirational. One of the few players that can brag about the number of gold medals that hang around his neck. So heavy they are that I'm sure at times he has a hunch trying to hold up those gold medals and so on. What was it, 8 championships?
6 league titles, there's 5 in a row, and then another one with Wits towards the back end of my career.
There we go.
It's nice to see it. I always said to myself afterwards, people used to, how do you feel about it while I was playing? I think now I can reflect back and really enjoy it, and go back into memories, and those memories are going to be there forever.
Great celebrations of Dane Matatazela. Clay, let's get back to the matches. Good to see the goalkeeper having shaken off that injury and back in the polls and rearing to go and make sure that Madagascar put a good account of themselves. We confirm that it is still 1-0 here at the Medivas Stadium. Here's Simwaka, the goal scorer, being bundled out of the way by Veronique. Veronique trying to get that ball down the line, and safety first by Malora. Throw in. Throw in. Possession turned over. I think what Malawi have really done well is not to allow Madagascar to get into some sort of rhythm. Instead, they really just broken up play, stop-start, made sure that they dismantle the midfield. And you're not seeing much from Doxy, nor are you seeing much from Sylvia. Stilo also has been silenced with Sarah up front, not getting the supply that we saw in the previous match against Mauritius.
Yeah, Malawi certainly dictating the tempo of the game and dominating the ball, of course. And like Madagascar is just sitting back with a low block at the moment and not allowing any space in behind. And that's where Malawi should be looking to get on the sides and getting around Madagascar instead of going through them.
Get around Madagascar, don't go direct. This is Veronique who will send a long ball in the hope that Sarah will give chase or benefit from it, but it's on the ground and just easily gives away possession. Veronique.
Well read by the Malawian attacker to get the ball away there, but I think it's a poor set piece from Madagascar, not well thought of.
Sabina Tom has been looked after by Jocelyn. Anyway, will do for Christina. She's got a yellow card. Jocelyn, and that wants them to organize, and here's an opportunity for Veronique in an advanced position. Who's going with her for the support? Finding herself very much alone in that attacking third, but it's definitely showing some strength as Sylvia winning that ball back and in full stretch. Sarah, that was being hopeful, the use of the hand, and there's a referee had a look at that and thought twice. Look at the legs of Letitia Chinyamula. You just see a lot more of that balance of play. Malawi taking the ball out of the left-hand side and also comfortably on the right-hand side. Chinyamula is also one of those explosive players. I think at this moment you're seeing a lot of Simwaka. You want to get that balance, and which will allow them to open up the field a lot more, especially in that attacking third. Ball on the edge of the box. Good footwork, but closed down by the captain, Fabiola. Malawi have it. It's hanging in the air. There's a Simwaka. Control is important, and keeper gave the instructions, but the offside flag coming to the rescue. Very businesslike. It's not that easy. And still, with the goal that separates the two, coming from an offside position, is Simwaka. Fabiola. Bounce, just deceiving. Doxy losing out to the bounce of the ball. Mistake made in that defense by Patricia Nyirenda. It's Patricia on the ball for Malawi, going out to the left-hand side. Available chase. Tom will go into the danger as you pull it back. Keeper makes the save.
Yeah, very good run.
On the floor is the keeper, Diana.
Very good run made there on the right hand side once again, exploiting the left back and getting into the box, trying to get the ball over to the far post. You know, good numbers in the box from Malawi as well. Very good move, but good save by the goalkeeper.
This is why they wouldn't have it any other way. Keeper on the field as long as possible. There's the danger averted eventually with the Simwaka not getting that ball on the target, but the corner was a delightful one. Again, the keeper getting a hand to it, but that's why it's important. Veronique keeping an eye on the left pole of the goalkeeper, is making sure that she covers.
Yeah, it's a very good ball into the box there, causing a bit of uncertainty within the Madagascar defensive zone. And yeah, so couldn't capitalize there, couldn't get the ball on target and capitalize to make it 2-0 for Malawi. But they'll keep pushing.
They will keep pushing, yes, Sarah. The referee spotting an infringement.
Throw-in, I think.
It's a throw-in, yeah. And
the ball wasn't kept in play at that particular time.
So here's Kante, Maureen Kenneth. Former under-17 international, former under-20 international. Here's my favorite player, that's Faith Chinzimu, the Panther of Malawi. Patricia Nyirenda, all the way back to goalkeeper, Mercy Sikelo. Nyirenda on the ball for Malawi, 40 minutes to go. Ball on the ground, playing the 1-2. Available is Maureen Kenneth. Here's the pace of Simwaka, tearing down the right-hand side. Simwaka, and stopped in the tracks by Fabiola.
Great cover defense of the Madagascar captain over there. The speed of Malawi is really causing problems at the moment. But I think great That's really good cover defense from the captain. It's ever since Malawi has scored, I must say that Madagascar has really tightened up the defense, and they're trying by all means to keep to shut Malawi out.
Malawi preparing to make a change. That's very early. Looking at the time, you could hope that the coach would keep the player on and until the break, maybe come back, or from the break give her like 5-10 minutes. Simwaka, her ball is intercepted. Here's Sarah, the race is on, and the referee says it's an offside. It'll be interesting to have a look at that a lot closer.
It'll be interesting to see the change, if it's tactical or if it's due to injury. If they're going to change the formation, yeah, slightly called offside there, right at the end, just failing to delay the run by a split second.
Here is Tendai Sani, player who plays her football for FCB Nyasa Big Bullets. Tendai Sani, very early change. Catherine Kachala is not too pleased with that. Simwaka picks herself up and gets back into the action. Ball over the top, looking for Sarah. Mistake made. Here's a chance for Madagascar to have pulled one back, and I think haste rather than the anxiety, and she knows that she was pretty close. She knows that she could have done better. Look at this ball over the top, in between the defender, the bounce a little bit deceiving, and she actually had a little bit more time.
She could have done better. She could have had a better strike. I think she could have lifted the ball instead. You know, the ball dropping down and bouncing.
Keeper in 6th and 7th comes out of the position, but good defending here. Sarah yet again given another opportunity, and pickpocketed Sylvia going to sleep. Nobody giving instructions. Bernadette Kandawire.
I think Sarah will be disappointed with that opportunity she got. Madagascar has really done well to keep themselves in the game and keep the score at 1-0. And any chance they get, they're going to have to take it. You know, and otherwise they're going to end up regretting not taking their chances.
Yikanto and Genevieve combining well. Here's the strength of Christina being put to the test. Another opportunity for Sarah. This time is she onside, and connection there by Christine. That ball just missing narrowly for Madagascar.
Yeah, Madagascar has come on well at the back end of the first half. You know, getting themselves back into the game and having a few attempts at goal. It's positive to see from them.
You would want to pick up from where you left off, and looking in the last 5 minutes or so, some scary moments, some opportunities where Madagascar have come close. The defense of Malawi finding itself pushing up a lot more and leaving pockets of spaces just behind them, and that is where they are being exploited.
And also the speed for Madagascar's attackers is really causing problems for Malawi. Likewise, Malawi's attackers' speed is causing problems for Madagascar defense. So I think I'm looking forward to a fantastic second half, and it could go either way still.
In the middle of the park as Malawi switching the play to the right hand side. This is where they normally expect Asimenya Simwaka operating, and we're looking at 3 minutes being added here in the first 45 minutes. 3 minutes for Madagascar to see if they can pull one back, and hope that when they come back they start off pretty fresh, level. Throw in Maureen. Delightful ball, that bounce going all the way to the keeper. Tendai Sani, who's coming and just slotted into that midfield. Ball in the air. there's a player go down. The referee looks at the spot, thinks twice about it, and the player stayed down, and a crowd getting on the back of the referee and asking questions of that particular foul. Player hustling and bustling. Well, she initially lost her footing. Was there some holding? No, it doesn't look like there was much to be given. Player knowing where she is, pretty much aware that a slight move, a slight touch, a slight tackle will draw a little bit of controversy. Staying down, didn't look like there was anything malicious in that. Player was already losing her footing, and that was when Patricia Nyirenda also fell on top of her.
I don't think there was enough contact leading up to her falling. She was on her way falling down, and it just so happened that the Malawi player stumbled over because of the fall before the actual challenge.
That's the ball. Bounce, continues to run. She was already falling.
Again, the danger.
Yeah.
Again, the danger of defending on the wrong side. You know, but she did well to recover again.
There's a hand though from Patricia Nyirenda that holds the player slightly. But I've seen some of those.
Yeah, I've seen some of them given, of course. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was given.
Living rather dangerously. Patricia Nyirenda will have to rectify that mistake. Sylvia.
And also because we have the luxury of the replay, you know, in live play, it did look from where we are sitting, it did look like it could be a potential penalty, to be honest.
There's Malawi, hoping that they can finish stronger of the two sides. And the referee says, no, you have enough time to take a break and reorganize and regroup, revisit the plan. Come back in the second half with a better plan, but right now it's going according to plan, which is 3 points, and that is the objective of both coaches at this particular moment. They get into a huddle, they remind each other the purpose, they remind each other that they need to get over the line. 1-0 the score line is, and Samwaka, the goal scorer, leading the pack to the break. We confirm that from the Madiba Stadium, it's Malawi 1, Madagascar 0. Statistically, the favor does fall in line with Malawi in terms of possession with 61%. They've dominated the corner count. They have the players as well that could benefit from that standard situation. The shots, the goal attempt, that is where they need to improve to change the scoreline that is right at the top of your screen. But with that said, I think it's very important for us to try and get a different view from where we are and go down to Banda, who is to give her perception of the first 45 minutes.
Well, an exciting first half of football that is full of so much physical action, and we're here to take you through it. It is Malawi who's currently leading a goal by Samwaka, but Noloyiso joins me, and we get to go through the talking points of that first half. First of all, your overall assessment as to how it played out.
Okay, firstly, when I'm looking at the first half, I think they are sitting too much on their territory, and then they are respecting their opponents, so they're not going forward. And also, I think also the yellow card that came in too early for Christina, it gave her, it made her under pressure, so she's not attacking or moving freely.
Yeah, not attacking, moving freely. Let's go through that first goal that took place, right? And I think a player that you and I surely are enjoying within this first half. On the right-hand side.
Your head distributions and also attacking the confidence. I mean, looking at her, I mean, looking at her, she should make sure that she's confident enough, and also looking at the mistake from the keeper there. The keeper went out too early, and also her defenders were not communicating with each other. So I think that's where they made the mistake.
Diana's trying to also play a sweeper-keeper role. Do you think in that moment, if there was better communication between her and her defense, they could have done better?
Yes, they could have done better. I mean, they could have cleared that ball easily. But yeah, I think also it's pressure. They are under a lot of pressure there, so that's why they're making those mistakes.
This is early in the game, so you're still also looking at the first-time jitters, right? Just trying to shake it off because it is a must-win for both the sides. Let's talk about how then after that they then reorganized, because I personally feel that going forward, Begungon.
Yes, I think what they should do now going to the second half, I think the best defense, it is to attack. If they keep on sitting on their territory, they're not going to make any goals. So they need to go more forward and also attack.
Yeah, Diana, being the goalkeeper for Madagascar, made a save then after that. A save that possibly still kept them in the game. Let's talk about the confidence growing as the game progresses.
Yes, obviously they will have confidence after making that save there, because I mean, when you look at also their number 9, their star player there, she also wanted to score goals, but yeah, you could see that number 20 there is also defending her. So I think that's one of the things that she's making that makes her not feeling comfortable. But when you look at her distributions coming from the corner sides, she's more accurate. Her balls are going straight to the keeper.
Absolutely, going straight to the keeper, but then there was also a collision that took place, and Diana was part of it, that being the goalkeeper of Madagascar.
Yes, that collision, I mean, it looked like a 50-50, but she came on faster or earlier on the ball, and also that attacker there, when she knocked her, I think she was challenging for a penalty, but because she got the ball first, I think that's one of the things that also saved her. But that knock, it looked dangerous and also delayed the game, but after that, it looked like she's back on her feet and also continuing with the game.
Good refereeing is what we're currently seeing, obviously, because Malawi is very physical, but it looks like the referee is allowing the game to flow. She's not going to blow for everything.
Yes, indeed, good refereeing. If you can also see later in the game, when Christina was attacking, she was also challenging for a penalty, but the referee saw that it was impossible to give a penalty because it was a 50-50 chance, but Christina fell on the ball. Yes, there was a contact, but that contact was not hard enough to maybe give a penalty because she also fell on her own.
Yeah, another attempt by Simwaka in the 38th minute.
Simwaka keeps knocking on their defense. I think she should have scored at least 2 goals by first half, but also their defense is very solid there because they're not giving her a chance at all.
And we spoke about it that Jocelyn from Madagascar is the one who's given the duty to take care of Utom.
Jocelyn and Fabiola, they're not giving her a chance. She's not comfortable with the ball. I think it was something that was discussed even maybe in the team talk that you should look out for this player because she's more dangerous. So they're not giving her a chance. She's not comfortable on her ball.
Christina's playing with so much caution, and I think that's because what you alluded to, because of that yellow card.
Yes.
But then closer to the end of the half, she had an opportunity, just lack of support.
Yes, it was lack of support as well. But also, I think if she stood on her feet instead of challenging for a penalty, she should have maybe made a chance and also it be in control of the ball.
Let's go through that Madagascar opportunity that possibly could have leveled matters.
Yes, you see there,
Sarah,
yes, she did try to attack that ball, but there was no support from also her teammates there. So I think that's one of the things that did not make her to score the goal. Because if you can look, there are 3 defenders, but the other attacker is staying behind alone.
Malawi then makes a change within the first half. Were you expecting that?
Well, I did not expect it, but I think it was because they saw that it needed to be changed.
Yeah. You look, if you're in the dressing room with both these sides, let's start with Malawi. If you're with Coach Lovemore, what do you say? How do the girls come back and make sure that they maintain their lead?
I think if they can score maybe in the first 10 minutes, things can be different for them. But also Madagascar, they need to score just to gain their confidence, because if they're losing this game, it means Botswana will be on top, and also Malawi will be second on their log.
Madagascar then, do you keep Christina for the entire game?
Yes, I think you should keep her, but not for the entire game because you can see she's panicking and also she's not attacking because she's thinking about that yellow card. If she can do any mistake or any tackle, they also know her. She's dangerous. So once she made a tackle, obviously they will look for a foul so that she can get a card.
I want to put you on the spot. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, Malawi is more in control of the game, so I think they're standing more chances of winning the game.
Well, there you have it, a hustle and tussle that's currently taking place. The first 45 came and gone, Malawi being absolutely physical. Their star player, who was someone that was brought in, and that being Tom, being good taken care of by Jocelyn. But next 45 still awaits. Liasho iki ukuicho. And let me tell you, don't go anywhere because when we return, we give you the next 45.
For football, and we hope that the wind will stay away. They call this part of the Windy City, and that is the opening goal as the goalkeeper comes out. Asimenya Simwaka as the player that was very much in the thick of things in the first match. She's back in the second match and making sure that she draws first blood. Asimenya Simwaka.
Yeah, well taken goal, right through the middle of Madagascar. Obviously a mistake from the defender over there, allowing them in, and a fantastic finish. You know, it's interesting to see the attitudes of the Malawian players immediately when they score. They're willing to get the ball immediately to go again.
Well, this is presence of mind. Keeper came out to narrow the angle, but Simwaka decides she'll use the left foot to just clip that ball and drop it over the goalkeeper. What a way to get started. Kept one clean sheet, and that was against Malawi. This is what we want to see. Diana making sure that she helps out defensively, because there's definitely a concern as using and turning on the heat, using their pace. The race is on, but keeper was quick to react.
Yeah, the back four a bit unorganized there, the two left behind. And
the members to just come back into position. Strong on her feet is Chinzimu. And that connection wasn't proper from Catherine Kachala.
And trying to get as many balls into the box as possible. Every time the ball comes in there again, once again, you know, didn't connect properly with it. Wrong footing the keeper, you know, anything on target there could have caught.
Nicely controlled. Genevieve tidies up for Madagascar. Ball, the danger still in it. Keeper has asked questions, but could have been beaten in that ball as it dipped a little.
The keeper was a bit caught unawares over there. You know, just in the end, looked like she had it well covered though.
So far for Malawi. Sabrina Tom having packed her bag. Ball in the air. Keeper gets a good hand to it. Fortunately enough, that just was so important to get that ball away from Simwaka, who was lurking. That ball just goes over the goal mouth for a goal kick. This is what we're talking about, the importance of that hand. Simwaka was lurking.
Yeah, good hand by the keeper.
You know, is Lovemo Fazili, a former coach of the men's team in Silver Strikers, and he's been given the responsibility to steer the Flames, the men's Flames as well, was the assistant coach there.
Towards the center circle line, and I'm just they must just be very careful when that ball comes from the goal kick in the distance. It can come right back in, and the player that's left behind could potentially play the Toms onside.
Yes, the big bullets. The big bullets contributing immensely. But the future is bright with the players from Ascent Academy, and the keeper goes down. Fabiola asking the referee. She was in full control of the match, but the momentum of Catherine Kachala just driving her through. I don't think it was an intentional for her to run right through the keeper.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's worthy of a yellow card even. I think it's just two players clashing. And
Tom is available. Simwaka gives chase. Tom will go into the danger area. She can pull it back. Keeper makes a save.
Yeah, very good run.
On the floor.
very, very good run made there on the right-hand side once again, exploiting the left back and getting into the box, trying to get the ball over to the far post. You know, good numbers in the box from Malawi as well. Very, very good move, but good save by the goalkeeper.
Simwaka picks herself up and gets back into the action. Ball over the top, looking for Sarah. Mistake made. He has a chance for Madagascar to have pulled one back, and I think haste rather than the anxiety, and she knows that. Welcome back to the second half in our Group B match. Malawi and Madagascar are the two teams in action this afternoon. Malawi having scored in as early as the 7th minute, leading this contest by a 1-0. It is the goal scorer, that is Asiminya Simwaka, who's really made the difference between the two sides. The team just stretching after the break, and the officials in charge of this match are from Botswana, Zambia and Namibia. Some beautiful birds out there that are helping us out and getting a few minutes last minute discussion. Faith Chinzimu, the Ascent Academy player. We are waiting for the referee to give us the signal to get this match underway. Malawi will get us started here in the second half. Just one change that is made by the Malawians, the Scorchers. Catherine Kachala, the player who seemed to have sprained her wrist in a challenge in a clash with the goalkeeper Diana of Madagascar, and her place was taken by Tendai Isani. So it is the second half that gets us underway, and Malawi in the driving seat, dominating possession, dominating in the corner count, and coach will definitely want them to pick up from where they left off. Player going down in a free kick to Madagascar, in a good position. That is a good position for players like Fabiola to take a shot. Also Jocelyn if needed. It's a foul on Christina. Tried very hard to get up on the feet. Very stalky and very difficult also to get the ball from the feet of Christina. Three-man wall for the goalkeeper. It is Mercy Sikelo. From distance, what does she do with it? Dipping, not quick enough. Not quick enough, but that will be quite encouraging for Sylvia. And Veronique also applauding and appreciating the effort. You know, to get it over the wall. You'd look at that and say, disturbed by the wall, because the wall in that particular moment just cracked a bit, but trying to challenge the ball or charge the ball.
Madagascar has grown in confidence. It's for Malawi now to try and kill that confidence by getting another goal. But on the other side for Madagascar, they'll be looking to get themselves back into the game and get one goal back and make the game interesting going forward.
Madagascar have got to switch on. Both sides of players both sets of players have got to switch on. These phases of the match. Some still thinking about the change room, thinking about what the coach had to say, losing focus, or taking it rather easy. You see the goalkeeper heavily strapped right knee. This resulting in Anjar Soa to take the free kicks from that area.
Again, the distance from the goal kicks is important for the defender to get in line with the rest of her defense. It's quite a distance she has to run after kicking the ball.
Tighter in defense is what the coach wants them Anjara Soa, Genevieve, Fabiola, Jocelyn and Veronique so far have done well to keep a respectable score and hoping to use the counter-attacks. This is what we're talking about. Sarah, who was allowed to be the lone striker for Madagascar, to be looking to poke holes in that defense, but she has 3 players to deal with. Ball in the air, here's Chinzuemo, but the referee doesn't like the challenge. And free kick given. So Genevieve, the one player that was brought in for Julie, she still keeps her position. Not that many changes that have come from Madagascar, but it is the Malawians. Here's the pace of Simwaka. Simwaka, who is a 100-meter specialist, missing that Olympic position by just 3 seconds. That is Simwaka. So athletics and soccer. In the first game, she didn't show us as much as she is in today. Absolutely menacing. Bernadette Kanawiri, she can play it with further defenders, but decides she'll play it up front. Anjara Soa defends that. Player goes down. Kanawiri tidying up and is livid with her teammates, having to come across to stop that attack. Anjara Soa, who had already spotted the space, and Sylvia was attacking the space.
I can tell a bit of frustration from Malawi. I think they thought they were going to take a foothold of the game the way they started, but it was not to be, and Madagascar has really given a good account of themselves and competed very, very well up until this point.
In 2022, they played to a 1-1 draw. That is still possible. Got enough time for Madagascar to pull one back. It's also plenty of time for Malawi to pull away from it. Chinzimu losing out. Sabrina Tom, whom we haven't seen too much of. Seeing some glimpses of Sabrina Tom. Rose, Alifundika, is Patricia Nyirenda.
Madagascar is really making Malawi defend at this point a little bit more than they did in the first half, and they're really carrying on in the second half the way they finished the first half.
Jaros takes the throw in. It's Sylvia putting that ball into the box. Tipper makes a mistake and tidied up, and it had to be Ngolo Kante at Maureen to pull that ball and defend with everything that she had. Out on the right-hand side, here's Simwaka. Needs the numbers. There's only just one player in the box, and coming from deep is Chinzimu, not picked up. The support was a bit slow in coming into the box for Malawi. If it was done much quicker, and one could have looked at an opportunity that would have given them a much more comfortable lead. Rose.
Yeah, sometimes Simwaka's pace can be so devastating that it leaves the rest of the teammates behind, especially from the transition after Madagascar tried to create an opportunity in the opposition box, and the play went quickly over to the other side in the transition.
Patricia Nyirenda had fancied a shot on target. That was intercepted by Madagascar. I'll tidy the lines and get the ball away as well. It falls for Bernadette. Kandawiri. Tendai brings in Maureen. Going on the outside and searching for Malora. Malora plays it back. Needs a quality ball. The Chinzimu knocking it down. That ball in the box and a miss by Simwaka. As Chinzimu also tried to follow up, and that's not coming through to the goalkeeper. Eventually, Diana gets a hold of it.
Yeah, Simwaka was a bit reactive over there. If she was a bit proactive there, I thought she could have stuck in front of the defender to finish that move off, but she's waiting for the ball and reacting when the ball came instead of making the run before the ball came.
The intelligence of Chinzimu. You can see her attacking mind, finding herself in the box, and all she did was to hit that ball down for an oncoming player to finish it off. Sarah. Goalkeeper and Sarah, the two players with the peroxide and similar hairstyle.
Sarah is really putting herself about and causing the Malawian, she's really giving the Malawian players, especially the defenders, you know, she's been giving them a hard day at the office today.
Well, it's definitely all about that. Ain't going to be easy. Malawi are the defending champions and are being respected, but not on the field. Madagascar believes they've got a chance as that ball will not trouble Mercy Sikelo.
That distance was a bit too far for me. I would have liked them to put the ball into the penalty area and just see how Malawi will behave, you know, just give themselves a chance and maybe fight for the second ball as well.
Under pressure. Coming out of jail, but here is Madagascar winning it back and foul. Picked up by Sylvia. Losing her footing at a crucial moment, but eventually fortunate that she had the support. 15 fouls in this match, almost evenly balanced, so they tried to cancel each other out. Maureen just played with that bandage in her mouth for most parts of the first 45, and here she is in the second 45. Maureen. Maureen together with Faith are the two players that played the football for Ascent Academy. Faith
You can see Madagascar trying to release Sarah over there, but the pass was just a little overhit on that occasion. A little bit the weight of the pass, a little bit better there, and we could find Sarah in 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
When you look at the progression of Malawi football, in 2019 they went out in the group stages. 2020 they were semi-finalists. 2021 they became runners-up. 2022 they went out of the group stages, and in 2023 they were winners. So you got to see the spiking of that performance, and eventually getting what they need, which was the cup. And that was a very closely contested match. 70 goals that were scored in the 2023 championships. That was after 22 matches, and as of today I think there's about 33 matches that have been scored. The job is done on Simwaka, who had a field day in the opening 45, and one can see that the spaces have been closed. They really shutting that door, realizing that she is the outlet, she is the weapon, and they'll continue to try and tie her down. There's about 3 players that are policing her in the match. That is why you need the break. It just allows the coach to reorganize, and that's a snapshot. She knows, Christina, she believes that ball just whipped, and the bounce deceiving for players like Nyirenda. Got a good hold of that connection, but not getting the angling correctly. Nyirenda. Chinyamula. Need the numbers in the box. Running into space is Sara. Ball pulled back on the edge of the box. And that's the wrong decision. Instead of maybe just taking that ball and whipping a shot or playing it to the left and right hand side. Safety first. Simwaka beat into the ball. This is what we're talking about. That they've really tightened the screws and are not allowing that much space. Keeper also coming off a line a lot quicker.
Yeah, it looks like Tom and Sabina Tom and Siaka has changed positions. You know, Tom is out on the right hand side now. With she's also got the similar amount of speed, and Siaka is going down the middle at the moment.
Wonder if the traveling is catching up with Sabina Tom. Ball kept in play. As Chinzimu runs into trouble. It's throw in. Last touch coming off Chinzimu.
I feel the next goal will be very, very important. You know, on the Malawi camp, it would love for them to be them, and of course Madagascar would love for them to get an equalizer.
Anjara Soa. Mauritius, Madagascar side, when they played their first international, it was against Botswana way back in 2015. They've come a long way since then. Biggest defeat suffered in the hands of Zambia by 7 goals to 1, and that was also way back in 2017 in September, and eventually also getting their hands on the trophy in 2023. Here's Vanessa Chikupila coming on. Vanessa Chikupila playing her football for FCB. Vanessa Chikupila. As this match fast reaches the 1 hour mark. Still very open. Veronique and N'Golo Kante is looking for the ball, and the ball girl is taking her time and decides she'll help herself to a ball that has been kept further up the field.
I think you made a good observation there, Gloria, with Tom. I think she is running out of steam. Her energy level seems to have dropped a bit, and like you said, maybe the traveling, you know, could have an effect on her.
Here's Bernadette Kanawiri. Maureen looking for Tom, who's dropping deeper and deeper. Serena Tom, Tipi Mazembe player. Maureen looking for players to make themselves available. Vanessa Chikupila's another very busy player. And Valora is judged to have been a little too anxious, taking out the player in the process.
The game is nicely poised going into the last 30 minutes of the game. I think both teams still very much in the game, especially Madagascar. You know, I've been really impressed with how they've kept up with Malawi and how they've tried to counter what Malawi is throwing at them, and they're really giving a good account of themselves. And yeah, I think that the last 30 minutes is going to be interesting.
Yeah, the referee just cutting out all the argy-barginess. Sarah being the guilty one, and going into the back of Bernadette Kanawiri. Here's Malawi looking for another attack that they build up from the middle. And look at that chase of Sarah. Keeper also available if needed, but waltzing and holding is not part of the game. The referee doesn't like it as Sarah holds back Kandawiri, who had fairly won.
At the moment, it's not working for Malawi, trying to go through the middle. Madagascar has got numbers behind the ball, and they're very compact with 5 defenders at the back there. So it's very like a brick wall, trying to go through a brick wall at the moment for Malawi, and it's not going to work. I think they should be trying to go around them as often as possible, and then that will open up gaps for them to go through.
Sarah receiving a yellow card for the holding. I think the referee has warned her a couple of times. Malora, Chinzimu, strong, 50-50. Simwaka. So momentarily the game has been stopped as Faith Chinzumu is on the ground. I think that 50-50 challenge was a little too strong for Faith.
Yeah, I think what's going to be important for both teams now is the fitness levels.
Oh, Julie coming on for number 12, Nikanto. Julie. So that is definitely the moment, and you can see her ankle is taking a little bit of a twist, and the shin pads coming out. But I think just the strength of that, or the protection there, you can see she's definitely limping, Faith. And the strength of that challenge, you've got to tighten up. You can't go in there with a very, very light foot in such a strong challenge. That's when you'll definitely get a bit of a knock. And
yeah, you got to go in full-heartedly. If you go in half-heartedly, the chances of getting hurt becomes a little bit more. But it was a classic 50-50 challenge, and of course she got a little bit hurt there because she didn't follow through.
Yeah, Mercy Sikelo, Maureen, stretching her legs as Sabina Tom going down rather easily. She's trying to cut in, which is a good idea, but having none of it is Christina on that far side. Down she goes, Sabrina. It's a corner. She will also take it. Need to get players like Chimamula to push up. Simwaka will definitely be there, but here's Faith. She finds a way back in. 6 corners in total. That is really impressive of Malawi. However, when you get to those situations, try and use one of them. Force the keeper.
I think the first few corners in the first half they caused trouble, and all of a sudden they stopped, and they can't be they seem to not be getting the ball into the areas that they want to get the ball into to cause problems for Madagascar. But in saying that, I have to compliment the Madagascan defense once again, that they've been very, very solid throughout the match after conceding the goal.
Absolutely resolute in that defense, getting the numbers and working as a collective. The keeper also has been absolutely instrumental. Very quick off the line to smother the danger every now and then. But here's another opportunity for Malora to build yet again silver. 59% for Malawi.
Yeah, Madagascar has come back nicely with 41% now. Earlier on they were in the 30%, but they've really gotten hold of the ball more, and they're a little bit braver on the ball, and it's very, very good to see. You know, if it was up to me, I think they probably deserve to get a goal in this game.
Manjara Sua has been very instrumental. We're looking at the log as it stands. That tells you a story that Malawi and Botswana are separated just by the goal average.
If you look at the live log again now, I think what I've realized there, if the result stays this way, it will need Botswana only a draw against Malawi in the last match.
Botswana in their next match up against Madagascar. That could prove to be another tough one for Botswana. And Malawi could cruise against Mauritius the way one looks at it, and they could get the point that they need. If you have to put the strength of the two teams, and also looking at the way they have played in the past matches. Mauritius definitely seem to be the whipping girls of Group B, and the other three battling it out as Madagascar find themselves with 3 points and are still in this one. 50-50.
Seems like a two-footed challenge off the
again,
ground.
you're looking at a two-footed challenge in that moment. But looking like Chiswas for where is Sylvia. Play that back. And yeah, definitely a two-footed challenge. I think should be also rewarded with the yellow card.
Yeah,
Dangerous play.
Yeah, a little bit of start showing over there. Dangerous challenge, and of course, I think a yellow card is the right decision from the referee. Well done to the ref on spotting that one. And of course, we don't want to see that. Once your boot starts leaving the ground, it becomes dangerous for the opposition player.
Yellow card for Malawi's Malora. Malora. And referee just making sure that Madagascar player, that is Christina, says, wait for my whistle. Make sure that the wall is 10 yards. So let's see, this is an opportunity for Madagascar to pull one back, and I can assure you that if they can get the equalizer with 21 fouls, they will be celebrating, but they will still need to keep the line. Keeper collects, make sure she narrowed the angle. There was aware and alert at the first pole, quick to release the ball, but she does to a green jersey instead. Here's Malawi hoping to use the transitional play, and it is Simwaka on the right-hand side. Ball on the edge of the box and didn't get her foot around that. Tendai Sani should have done better with that supply.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think she would have been disappointed not hitting the target from that angle over there, but a very, very good run, very good transition by Malawi on the counter attack, and of course the keeper giving the ball away initially, but they regained possession immediately on the counter press, and they released the attackers to get into the opposition boxes as soon as they could.
70 minutes. Offside call. 3 players of Madagascar pushed up a bit and seem to be causing some problems in that attacking third. And Malawi have pulled back. They have about 6 players in that defense. Something we didn't see in the first half. It was absolutely free-flowing. They were opening up spaces at will. And the coach definitely bringing more compactness. So that ball goes all the way for a goal kick. Talking about compactness from Madagascar, just not allowing Malawi that, finding the spaces. The markings have improved. You're looking at the second ball at times, they're competing a lot better for that.
Yeah, I think it's for Malawi, the longer it stays 1-0, the more confidence Madagascar will become, and the more nervier Malawi will be with the scoreline, having their eye on the scoreline, so it's important for them to try and get that second goal. They're very desperate for it. But on the other hand, Madagascar is desperate to get the equalizer as well.
Here's Chinziwu taking the ball out to the right-hand side. Tom, here's Simwaka, close down quickly. Simwaka, Malawi still have it on the edge of the box, and can they play it right? Sani does well. Keeper showing incredible skill and good reflexes to deflect that ball out for a corner.
Yeah, I think in one stage the Malawi players looked like they got in each other's way there, to get the shot away. Any shot away there from that range could have ended up in the back of the net, and they were all confused. Look at them go. Just a little bit of communication there, and somebody could have gotten the shot away.
disappointing end to that attack.
Unnecessary corner at the end. That ball would have gone quite wide of the upright.
I like what you did. Realized that it was too busy in the goal mouth and took that ball, played it back for an oncoming Tendai, and Tendai perhaps not realizing how much time she actually had.
Of course, I think she could have taken another touch instead of hitting it first time and trying to get across the keeper, because the keeper was already on this side, closing that angle of the near post.
Standing ovation for that attempt from the crowd, deserving of the quality. Into the hands of the goalkeeper. Some defending. Yet again, Tom gives the signal. Keeper comes out and off the line. Fabiola is absolutely important. Look at that ball, floated. Keeper was brought out, and again, you got to look at Fabiola, who made sure that she stood her ground. Now the corner, and this time very decisive. Sylvia takes it away, but Tom will bring it back. She's got 5 players to aim for in the box. She goes down.
Second yellow. That could be a second yellow card.
If she gets this card, she could walk. The referee is calling her. She knows. Her head goes down. She's looking and praying and hoping that
she got away with that because Tom was way past. I think that should have been a yellow card, but I think the referee is feeling a bit sorry for her. And in the balance of the game, I think for the rest of the 15 minutes, it will be interesting now.
Malawi, Chinzuma, that ball delivered deep. Still advantage Malawi. Tom leaves it for Chinzimu as she was about to connect. Ball hacked away. 1-0 the scoreline, 75 minutes. Good dummy there. Bernadette Mkanoiri. Sarah. Vanessa Chikupila's. Come on. Here's a chance for Chikupila. Doesn't get a hold of that. It's definitely brought some life into this attack and more panic. Vanessa Chikupila. Bernadette Mkanoiri into the hands of the goalkeeper. That is Diana. Well, look at this challenge. That is the challenge Christina was guilty of. And then you look at her, how she walks to the referee and she apologizes. Referee says, having none of that, come, you will go into the naughty corner. I think she spoke away herself out of that situation.
The catch situation, if Madagascar should score here, Malawi will go back and say that should have been a second bookable offence.
Absolutely. But I love the face, the expression, you know, and how apologetic she was.
She was so guilty of it, like a little naughty girl that got caught stealing sweets.
The cookie jar was on top of the fridge. And the referee just said, it's okay.
She got away with that one.
Right moment for Madagascar. I think it is usually, you know, quite great to have, you know, an 11v11.
This is actually Madagascar's first corner.
Oh yeah, after 8 of those. Wow.
78th minute. First corner for Madagascar. Can they make use of it?
Deserving though, you know. Veronique needs to deliver the quality. It's in the air and everybody misses it, brought back, and she'll carry it through. Christina will be quite happy if they can give her the quality. First corner, 78 minutes. Madagascar.
And the guilty party has been taken off as a caution by the coach. I think any coach, that's a good decision, because you don't want to leave her on the pitch. She got away with that one. She might just not get away with the next one.
I call this the Benny McCarthy moment, when you know that you're living dangerously and the coach just says, I'd rather have 11 players on the field than risk the issue of a red card. So that was very good thinking by the coach in making sure that he protects. Yes, the keeper comes out and wow, Chikupila was on a bicycle. Danger not averted. Away by Madagascar, over the top, as well as the availability of Mkanawiri on that left-hand side of defense has absolutely been a revelation for the team in red. She's really had a decent day at the office. Have a look at this ball. Chikupila does well. Sarah, hustling for everything. Does she play it with the support of the players that are making their way? I think some selfish play. She had a zero, number 14, coming at the edge of the box. Could have, just sold a dummy and played it back for a player in a better position, but instead decides to take a shot herself.
I think she played with her head down. She never lifted her head up, so she couldn't see what's happening ahead of her. And they had an overload on the other side, which could have created opportunity. Yeah, if she kept that ball alive and made it make another move, instead of having that, it was a tired shot more than anything else. I think she'll be disappointed with herself. You can see the look on her face there. They were in a very good advanced position over there, and the overload on the other side. An extra pass would have benefited Madagascar a little bit more.
10 minutes to go to the 90. Malawi, they need to accelerate. They need to dig deep. Questions been asked of Simwaka, who's definitely here in the second half, being closed down. Madagascar, Veronique, N'Golo Kante, Maureen.
Yeah, she definitely N'Golo Kante look-alike, eh?
And worry.
Just as short as N'Golo Kante as well.
But she's got quite an engine. She's really been busy up and down the line. She's got quite a bit of work and being quite disruptive. N'Golo Kante. That is Maureen. Idoxi. Chinzimu. Chinzimu does well to win this ball back. Slides away. Is menacing is Chinzimu, and just that final ball looking for Chikupila is intercepted. I think she's starting to let go and show her quality. Chinzimu showing good control. Mkanawiri on the edge is Malora. Here's Mkanawiri. He's popping up at the right places, and that is a little unfortunate, that ball just getting off the boot, but she's definitely picked up from Simwaka, who's definitely gone off the boil.
Yeah, obviously the fresh legs, like I said, the element of fitness will come in this last 10 minutes now. Both teams will be looking at their players and seeing who's the fittest one at the moment, and I think that is going to be the most important thing, is just pushing through when you think you can't go anymore. Mentally, it's going to be more mental fitness than what it is physical at the moment.
Sylvia. Simwaka. Share the ball at the back with the goalkeeper, Skello. Wants them to go up front with 8 minutes to go. It's another long ball. Chikupila, Tom, and Simwaka goes down in slow motion after that challenge. He didn't want to go down, Simwaka. Could there be a payback? She's grimacing in pain. Tackle from behind by Veronique, an absolutely unwanted moment. This is how players' careers at times are ended, the Achilles. Chinzimu, keeper comes out. Oh, she made it look so simple. Pluck it in the air.
I'd like to see the goalkeeper with a bit more urgency at this stage of the game, but with them being 1-0 down, I don't think she should be delaying the game the way she is. She should be getting up and making the run into the box and trying to release Sarah as soon as possible before Malawi gets back into shape.
Nicely spotted there, Dame. You are behind. You want to get the goal, and time wasting when you've got players also in advanced position. Capitalize on that momentum. Veronique. She's been for dead. Good pair of heels. 9 corners for Malawi. Sabrina Tom. She's spurred on as Tom. She says, get into the penalty area. Will deliver. Keeper comes out and misses that. But more importantly, it was Malora who got the last touch, and keeper goes down again.
Yeah, the keeper has to get up. She got to think about time. You know, there's no more time left, and I think the more she delays the game, the more difficult she's going to make it for Madagascar to get a goal again.
Could it be that she's accepted that a 1-0 scoreline is okay? Because at the end of the day, it still gives them the disadvantage because they need the point. 1 point is better than having 0 points, and Malawi will be in quite a comfortable position if the scoreline, whether you win by 1-0, 2-0, 7-0, 3 points at this stage in the group stages is very important. He's looked on and is looking rather worried.
I told you the nervousness on the outside is going to be a bit more than it is in the inside of the field this last 10 minutes with the scoreline at 1-0. But like I said, the goalkeeper should be getting up and getting on. I think the teammates should encourage her to get up and get on with it. You know, I think it's the last 5 minutes you want to get a goal. You know, Malawi will be comfortable with their 1-0 lead. They've got Mauritius in their next match, so they won't be too concerned about the next match and the result thereof.
Well, Simwaka has been absolutely fantastic. Just some moments of her sprinting and showing some good pair of heels. Jocelyn wasn't able to hold her down, and the goalkeeper made a difference by blocking a good couple of shots. And here's Diana up on her feet yet again. They've got 5 minutes to rescue the situation. Could they be saving the best for last? They may just want to get that equalizer on the 88th or 89th defense. Then they'll go into all-out attack, because one thing I can assure you, if they score now, Malawi will really get those gas burners out and go at them full throttle. But businesslike is Madagascar. Malora.
I think throughout the match, the Malawi defense has also been very, very solid.
Yep.
So it's just about, at this time, the critical phase. It's called the critical phase because the lapse of concentration can cost them one goal, and it can be 1-1 to Madagascar. Likewise, it can be 2 to Malawi if Madagascar fail to concentrate properly.
Malora has been good as well in that defensive midfield role. So you've got Bernadette Mukandawiri, you've got Miranda who's done well, Alufandika as well as Maureen in that defense, and giving them width as Maureen. You've seen a lot of those runs that she's made on the outside. There's a Chinzimu keeper. She'll tell you, I've got that in my handbag.
Again, she goes down where she should be rushing it and trying to release Sarah before Malawi gets their shape back. They got all the defenders up there going for the header and a few back. She should be rushing that ball and putting it into an area where Sarah can run onto it.
4 points apiece for Malawi and Botswana. But the next matches is what will determine who goes through. Here's a chance with the space that has opened up. If played correctly, Madagascar will want to keep the pressure on. In an offside position, you can see Sarah thinking on her feet, not passing that ball to
and she's trying to do it.
Yeah.
She's trying to do it on her own, you know, where she could be looking for a pass and then looking to get it in behind again.
But Zero was in an offside position in that moment. Sarah did well to hold that ball back. Eventually, Malawi let off the hook because I think they were in a very advanced position. As Maureen.
Again, that's been the story of Madagascar. They're getting into advanced positions, but they're not really that much threatening. You know, one or two occasions they threatened the Malawi goal. But other than that, you know, they've arrived there, but the Malawi defense have really dealt well with them, you know, and, you know, one can only hope for Malawi's sake that they continue that over the next couple of minutes.
And this is not what you want to do, is concede in a very dangerous position. Sabrina Tom being hacked from behind. That will just give Malawi an opportunity to try and conjure up a move that will result in a second goal that will take the game away from Madagascar, knock the wind out of themselves. But in this moment, they are still in it. Sabrina Tom. She's really had a good day at the office. Is Simwaka, the goal scorer.
I think she's definitely putting her hand up to be the man of the match. I will not be surprised if she end up getting the man of the match award today.
But the question will always be, why is man of the match always the goal scorer? You know, that is something that you know, I've always questioned myself. But here's Tom. In actual fact, Tom just passed the goalkeeper instead. I also had a player like Maureen put her hand up. She's really worked tirelessly. When you look at the defense of Malawi, Nyirenda has put her hand up as well. And Bernadette Mkandawiri, if ever you're looking at organization, and in that defense, Malawi has really been absolutely phenomenal. But here's Sarah in the end, and she gets to win a corner.
It's Madagascar's second corner.
And this is the drive that the coach is looking for.
If there's ever a time for Madagascar to get the equalizer, it's now, like you predicted earlier.
So how do they play it? With a few seconds into the 90. And Madagascar can push all the players up. 8 players, 8 green jerseys to aim for. It can be played short, but the ball is being worked, and it's a poor ball from Veronique. When you really expected the quality, she too will be disappointed. And 4 minutes is what the referee has added to the regulation time. 4 minutes of maybe injury time, optional time, whichever way that is that you want to call it. Bernadette Mkandawiri. Chinzimu. Ball kept in play. Only just as Malora was given chase, and the referee says no, it had gone out of play, so that's a throw in. There's an urgency about the Madagascar side. Here's Chinzimu showing some good skill, looking for Tom. That's Simwaka. She's in an offside position. She could have put the icing on the cake. Simwaka, the flag going up the minute she touched that ball. So Malawi have almost done the business here with just that single goal. Played a 1-1 draw.
Onside, was not offside. The play on the
onside.
Yeah.
You're looking at Anjar Saoa, the number 4, seems to be the player that played on in that particular move, and
that's typically what you call lack of concentration.
But she's also standing.
She's ball watching. She's not realizing that she's playing Simwaka onside, and it could have costed the team for the second goal.
Also, just to remind one and all that we are back at the Madivas Stadium tomorrow. That is for the match between Angola and Comores, and then Zimbabwe and Lesotho will be the other the match that takes place. He has a chance as keeper, collects it rather comfortably, but another chance from Sarah.
She could have delayed a little bit more then, waited for support a little bit better. But it's just about being desperate, you know, to try and get a shot off on target. But I think that was the wrong decision that occasion in that.
Malawi will want to finish this with aplomb and finish it in style. And as they say, it doesn't matter how you win, but what is important in the group stages is to get those 3 points. And it looks like Malawi is well on their way to secure the 3 points that they need, and then will be level on points together with Botswana. The whistle is blown, and there's a change. Madagascar making a change in injury time. Doesn't make sense for a team that is I don't understand this change, Dave. Do you?
I think there's 2 minutes left. I mean, you're wasting time, and you're wasting your own time on top of that. You know, I would have understood if it was if they were leading 1-0, but they're 1-0 down, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
Anastasi comes in for Diana. Here's Chinzimu. Simwaka beaten in the air. Doxy has continued to try and diffuse a lot of situations. Vanessa Chikupila and Simwaka who's continued to run. Malawi, high ball, keeper comes out, makes a hash of it. Finished by Sabrina Tom! It's not going to get better than that.
Offside flag went up on the far side from the linesman.
Disappointment today from by Malawi as Sabrina Tom connects on a beautiful ball as it was recycled by Simwaka, but that being the offside. Number 13 of Malawi, that is Vanessa Chikupila, is the player that was in an offside position and nicely spotted by the referee. But what a finishing from Sabrina Tom, to the point that we can confirm that the game is done and dusted. 90 minutes in the bag, and Malawi run away with it. 3 points for the Scorchers, and that would have been a great way to finish the match had that ball stood, had that goal stood for Sabrina Tom. But it's not to be, and Malawi do come away with a 1-0 win, as Madagascar will have nobody else but themselves to blame. They did have the opportunities, they did create the opportunities. Sarah was a little bit wasteful. You also got the player in Christina, who also could have made a difference, but that does not matter. What matters is the 3 points, and Malawi have really done the business and made sure they get over the line. We confirm the scoreline: Malawi 1, Madagascar 0, and one will have a look at the group as well. But before that, we'll also have a look at the statistics of the first of the 90 minutes. 57% possession for Malawi, 15 goal attempts. Good improvement by Madagascar as the match progressed, but the difference here being the shots on target. Goalkeeper coming to the rescue with 12 fouls there, and that is how it looks in the group. Botswana earlier on winning by 5-0 against Mauritius. Malawi doing the business, 1-0 against Madagascar. It is Botswana that take pole position due to the fact that they have a goal difference of +5. Malawi with a goal difference of +1. Madagascar with 3 points, and Mauritius with 0 points, with all to play for, as the final game in this group will look like or sound like this: Malawi up against Mauritius, and Madagascar and Botswana. They can still fight to qualify into the next round. So we will go down to the touchline, and Ms. Banda there will be awarding the player of the match as soon as She is ready to hand over the trophy. We'll go down to Miss Banda, and the player of the match will be on the receiving end of her trophy for a fantastic day at the office.
Well, there you have it, Gloria. Victory for Malawi as they finally get that revenge from 2022 when they played to a draw up against Madagascar. Joining us right now will be Ms. Mangila Solwandle, who is the HollywoodBets regional manager, handing over the Player of the Match award. It goes to Saminya Simwaka, who is the player that scored the goal for Malawi, giving them that lead. It was in the first half and it was through a set piece. First of all, Simwaka, congratulations. How are you feeling about your performance?
No, as I'm Smaka, first of all, I thank God because it's not easy to be voted as player of the match. Yeah.
You've been in the team for 6 years.
Yes.
Tell me about the progress.
No, my progress is now looking good because every competition where I'm coming here in COSAFA, and even last year I was voted to play of the match, and this year again voted play of the match. So it's my progress, yeah.
Let's talk about how you feel about this victory for the team, knowing that you guys are the defending champions.
No.
Everyone wants to beat Malawi.
Yes, this is a big improvement to my supporters in Malawi, and I think my fellow players, because we work as a team, and now we are looking forward because we have in hand game with the Mauritius, so we have to work hard because we want to reach semi-finals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just before I let you go, I just want to know from you, you're very fast on that right flank.
Yes.
If I were to make you run 100 meters.
Yeah, because I'm an athlete. I'm doing 100 meters and 200 meters. Yes, and soon, it was last month, I was in France for Olympics Games. Yes.
Okay, so it's a good observation. You got it right.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
and
much.
Good luck for the next
May
game.
God bless you.
Coach Atonsia, a tough battle that you had. Your assessment of the game?
Donc c'était une très belle bagarre pendant 90 minutes. Quel est votre avis après ce match?
Congratulations team Malawi, excellent team. Pour nous, on a encore des rectifications.
Okay.
Parce que elle joue bien, mon équipe, malgré notre défaite aujourd'hui.
Okay, so we need to bring some adjustment to our team. I'm very proud of my team. They have played very well today. But I think that we need to just raise a little bit our level. But I'm very proud of what they showed today.
There were an ample amount of opportunities that Madagascar could have capitalized on. What do you believe didn't work?
Donc vous avez eu pas mal d'occasions aujourd'hui, mais vous n'avez pas pu transformer. Qu'est-ce qui a manqué un peu?
Elles sont précipitées devant le but. Donc peut-être que stress ou manque de concentration. Parce que par rapport au Malawi, donc Malawi, il y en a une occasion de but marqué sur le but, donc elle va profiter bien. Pour nous, il y a de précipitation.
Yeah, I think that it was a little bit stressed. My players were a little bit stressed. We got occasions, but I think we are not used to that as well. You see that Malawi got only one occasion. They put the ball inside the net, and it was enough for them. So we got a multiple occasion. I think that we need to bring adjustment in this component as well.
Coach, can you please just explain to us the final substitution that you made, because it was a goalkeeping substitution. What was the reasoning behind that one?
Pourquoi est-ce que tu as changé la gardienne de but par la suite?
Ah oui, elle a dit qu'elle a blessé.
Okay.
C'est pour cela que pour gérer le temps aussi.
So she was injured. She was injured, and we wanted to safeguard her for the next match maybe. Yeah.
And going forward, obviously, you said that there are things that you need to go rectify. What are those things for your last match?
Donc, quelles sont les rectifications que tu comptes apporter pour le dernier match?
Travail devant le but, finition. C'est ça notre problème.
So we need to work on the finish only. Yeah, we need to finish. Yeah.
Alrighty, coach. I wish you all the best. Hard luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That is the coach of Madagascar talking about the fact that they need to fix their finishing, and that's what they'll be working on within the for their last match that will come up. With me now is Coach Lovemore. You said a victory is what you wanted, a victory is what you got. Assessment of the game, please.
Yeah, the game was very tough, good, and the best team was supposed to win. We have won, but Madagascar also played very well, and we played very well as well. So it was a fair game anyway.
Let's talk, because a lot of the conversation was around Tom. The frustration as to how Madagascar kept her at bay, especially within the first half.
Yeah, I think we had problems. We had the poor coordination in the first half, and when we went to the dressing room, we discussed, we told the players to change the mindset. Maybe in the first half they were underrating Madagascar, but when we went to the dressing room, we told them, let's change the mindset. This is a very important game. If we think we are winning, anything can happen. In the second half, I think they improved. We had many chances, but this is about the game. We missed, and most importantly, we have won the game. We have 3 points.
3 points in the bag. You had a first half substitution, coach. What was the reasoning behind that? It was on the left-hand side.
Pardon?
The substitution that you made on the first half.
Yeah, but actually, we lacked the strength in the left-hand side. That's why we substituted her. She's a very good player, very experienced and very talented. But, I'm thinking it wasn't her day today. So next time, I think maybe the next game she's going to improve. But she's a very good player.
Are you concerned, if anything, about the final third? Because, like you said, there were many chances. They just weren't converted.
Yeah, I am, because, as I said, we had plenty of chances. So we couldn't utilize. So that's what happens in the game of football. As I said, most importantly is that we have won the match. Had it been that we lost, I think it would have been now, crying, and, it was bad. Going to be bad for us after missing out plenty of chances.
And finally, coach, going into the next game, which will be your last game, because the group still is wide open.
We're still fighting until the last game in our group. So the battle is not yet over.
Well, coach,
we still have that chance. If we can beat Mauritians, more goals, you never know what is going to happen. But I'm very, very sure that we're going to proceed to some finals.
Well, coach, I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
That is Coach Lovemore, all the way from Malawi, talking about the fact that they still need to do better. This is not where it ends, because there's still another game that needs to take place. And just like that, the sun will set right here at the Nelson Mandela University, where we saw 2 games take place. It was Botswana who came out victorious in the morning, and now defending champions are still within the competition, that being Malawi. We see you yet again tomorrow, where we will have blockbuster fixtures. Everyone is fighting for 3 points, and that is what's going to separate the teams as we edge closer and closer to the finish line. From myself and the world-class team right here, we meet again tomorrow. Hi, Lale.
So a paradise for football, and we hope that the wind will stay away. They call this part of the Windy City, and that is the opening goal as the goalkeeper comes out. Asimenya Simwaka as the player that was very much in the thick of things in the first match. She's back in the second match and making sure that she draws first blood. Asimenya Simwaka.
Yeah, well taken goal. Right through the middle of Madagascar. Obviously a mistake from the defender over there, allowing them in. And a fantastic finish. You know, it's interesting to see the attitudes of the Malawian players immediately when they score. They're willing to get the ball immediately to go again.
Well, this is presence of mind. Keeper came out to narrow the angle, but Simwaka decides she'll use the left foot to just clip that ball and drop it over the goalkeeper. What a way to get start distance. What does she do with it? Dipping, not quick enough. Not quick enough, but that will be quite encouraging for Sylvia. And Veronique also applauding and appreciating the effort. To get it over the wall and searching for Malora. Malora plays it back. Needs a quality ball. The Chinzimo knocking it down. That ball in the box and a miss by Simwaka. Yes, Chinzimo also tried to follow up and that's not coming through to the goalkeeper eventually.
A bit proactive there. I thought she could have stuck in front of the defender to finish that move off, but she's waiting for the ball and reacting when the ball came instead of making the run before the ball came.
The intelligence of Chinzimu, you can see her attacking. That is why you need the break, which just allows the coach to reorganize, and that's a snapshot. That ball just whipped and the bounce deceiving for players like Nyirenda. Got a good hold of that connection, but not getting the angling correct to release the ball, but she does to a green jersey instead. Here's Malawi hoping to use the transitional play, and it is Simwaka on the right-hand side. Ball on the edge of the box and didn't get her foot around that. Tendai Sani should have done better with that supply.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think she would have been disappointed not hitting the target from that angle over there, but a very, very good good run.
Chinzimu taking that ball out to the right-hand side. Tom, here's a Simwaka, close down quickly. Simwaka, Malawi still have it on the edge of the box, and can they play it right? Sani does well. Keeper showing incredible skill.
I think at one stage the Malawi players looked like they got in each other's way there, to get the shot away. Any shot away there from that range could have ended up in the back of the net, and they look all confused. Look at them go. Just a little bit of communication there, and somebody could have gotten a shot away.
Disappointing end to that attack. Chinzimu, keeper comes out. Oh, she made it look so simple. Pluck it in the air.
I'd like to see the goalkeeper with a bit more urgency at this
penalty area. Don't deliver. Keeper comes out and misses that. But more importantly, it was Malora who got the last touch, and keeper goes down again.
Yeah, the keeper has to get up. More time left, and I think the more she delays the game, the more difficult she's going to make it for Madagascar to get a goal again.
Could it be that she's accepted that a 1-0 scoreline is okay? Out of situations, Vanessa Chikupila and Simwaka, who's continued to run. Malawi, high ball, keeper comes out, makes a hash of it. Finished by Sabrina Tom! It's not going to get better than that.
Offside flag went up on the far side from the linesman.
Disappointment today for a ball, as it was recycled by Simwaka, but that being the offside. Number 13 of Malawi, that is Vanessa Chikupila, is a player that was in an offside position and nicely spotted by the referee. But what a finishing from Sabrina Tom. Gorgeous, and that would have been a great way to finish the match. Have really done the business and made sure they get over the line. We confirm the scoreline: Malawi 1, Madagascar 0.